Well, this wasn't on my bingo card. Can the Aces beat the Liberty without Angel Wilson, who was injured today? And are the Chicago Sky better without Angel Reese? I'm going to dive into it. Stay tuned. Hey, you. I'm a brand new channel, so if you enjoy my content, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of September, and it's been a blast engaging with all of you in the comments. Your support is greatly appreciated. Now back to it. So update on the Angel Wilson situation. It looks like she did miss today's game against the Liberty. If you're going to miss a game this late in the season, you know, Liberty are probably a tough matchup anyways, but the injury is legit. She at least missed this game. We don't know if she'll miss any future games. Right now, it looks like they've put it as not long term, which makes sense to me. They're probably trying to not make the same mistake as they did with Chelsea Gray, where Chelsea Gray came back and she shot 14% tonight, by the way. And she just hasn't been the same on defense. So they don't want to do the same with Asia, especially if they want to have any chance at making a playoff run. So the game didn't actually go that bad. Kelsey Plum went off, and that seems to be the recipe for what they need to win with or without Asia in general. Is Kelsey Plum has to have a huge game. And the team overall shot 45% from three, which is very good as a team, which is really what let them hang in there. The Liberty being up by a lot. I think the Aces only scored like 9 points in the second quarter. It looked like it was going to be a complete blowout, even though it started good and started to fade. And then the second half, the Liberty extended their lead, but then slowly, due to a bunch of threes, the Aces came back and they got ahead. They actually got back ahead within like 2 minutes left off of a three. And I think, really the where this game morphed and where Asia missing was felt was the fact that it was 13 to 36 points in the paint. The Aces only had 16 points in the paint to Liberty's 36, which is rough. And then the other piece of this is the Aces also only had 27 rebounds to 39 from the Liberty, so they probably got lots of second chance points and more shots on basket. And really, at the end of the day, with a really close game, that's going to be the decider. Again, the injury doesn't look like it's going to be long term, so hopefully Asia can get back in the next few games and they don't lose any real playoff seeding, because right now they're still in a battle, and a lot of teams are, there's a lot of teams are revitalizing and punching above their weight, so you can't relax. But really the whole key here for the Aces, though, is get Asia back healthy. They need to shore up that stuff, because if they can, then they might win this Liberty game, actually. And in fact, this is the first time since 2016 that the Liberty have swept the Aces. So Liberty riding high, Aces looking to get their star back. Well, maybe I was wrong, as the Sky absolutely blow out the Dallas Wings, and pretty much they had a comfortable 20-point lead most of the game. Kennedy Carter had 28 points on 60% shooting. Isabel Harrison filled in perfectly for Angel Reese. My fear was going to be that, minus Angel Reese, that there wasn't going to be a rotation, so that naturally, like, there just was no backup for the bigs and that they would suffer in that instance. And instead, Isabel Harrison was super efficient inside, shot 50%, and overall the rebound totals, everything kind of didn't change. One thing that did change is Dana Evans showed up out of nowhere and actually overachieved with 11 points and shot 75% from three. And the Sky were way better on fast break points. Their turnovers have steadily gone down over the last two games where they found wins. So they were able to kind of keep those to a minimum, get lots of fast breaks and turnover points off of the Wings. And the Wings really struggled. And really, if the Chicago Sky can shoot 50% and they're hitting a really good 3-point percentage, I think they were 43% the previous night. They were around 40% tonight, 3-point shooting. Then they're in business. They're a team that can actually play, and Kennedy Carter can be that playmaker to give them energy. I don't think one game necessarily says that this is the way they're going to be, and they're infinitely better without Angel Reese. But I will say, yeah, the team played really good, and they made a dangerous team like the Wings, just not look great. And the Wings, their main issue is they have some hot scorers between Sabale, between Enrique. they're normally going to be lights out. Enrique did score a bunch, but they were 20% from three. And the Wings aren't going to win in a game if they're 20% from three, because that's just how they're going to get back in the game and find the high octane. And it just wasn't there tonight. So props to the Chicago Sky, being able to deal without the Angel Reese, in the lineup, and time will tell. I think again, this is a little bit of a better opponent than the Sparks, and this was like a dominant win. But we'll see as they go through the rest of their season, and if they can do this against a higher caliber team, a team that's 500 or better, then yeah, I will eat crow on this one, and I will say that hey, they can function without Angel Reese. I mean, granted, the previous game Angel Reese played great, so I don't think that that's necessarily an indication. But for everyone that was trying to tell me in a previous video that they would be better, at least this is the first step in that direction to see, how good they are. I'd say they're just about as good, and played with a lot of energy and had a great dominant win without her. And if they continue this, then yeah, maybe the team does function, potentially better without Angel Reese. Well, I'll update you on the next game, and I'm interested to follow this and see how this goes with the team. And maybe I'll do a deeper dive review if this winning streak without Angel Reese continues.